Hola, mi amores. Welcome to another day of streaming. Hope everybody's doing well and that we got to digest our new love interest, Falco. I'm excited to be on the stream with you guys because at this point we're on crunch time and I'm going to be basically reading like the main story, or at least try to read the main story as fast as I can to make sure that we get to Valko's main story when it arrives. Because I have a feeling that it's going to be like a doozy. Because again, I still haven't read through the entire string, like the whole story yet up to this point. I'm still at least with you guys. We just finished Homecoming Wings. We're gonna be starting Death and Rebirth, which is going to be separated, of course, into 4 parts because I won't be able to read the whole thing all in one go. And I can only assume that every single chapter is going to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. And if you guys are okay with that, cool. If you want to just check out the VOD will be on YouTube for anybody to watch. It'll be there. So just watch it whenever you want. You can skip through when the VOD's officially up. It's up to you. Also, uh I'm not pulling quite yet. Here's the plan for at least the next couple of days or the next couple of streams. So we're gonna be reading Death and Rebirth, the part one, which is basically part one of Silas's story. And then on Friday, we're going to read we're gonna pull for the cards on both my Xavier account and my main account. Hopefully they come home in a reasonable amount of time because I need them both to come home. Well, at least for Xavier, I on the Xavier account, I need both Raphael and him to come home within the 125 pulls because I do want the outfits for that account. And hopefully, if they are willing to come home, of course, I want Caleb, Silas, and Zane to come home in 175 pulls. If they don't, it's fine. I'll pull the 200, cut my losses, and leave it at that. Because that's if and only if they send me into hard pity constantly. But I really do want these cards, believe it or not. And I'm not sure if you guys already knew, but there is a poll still going on. It will be available for the next 41 hours. So check it out. There's a poll to see who I'll read on Friday first. Because what I plan on doing is once I get the cards, I'm going to read that just one card, and then during my 20 days of streaming in the month of July, I plan to read the other 4. Of course, that'll be after we're done reading the main story. But other than that, that was the plan. So if you guys want to check out in the Discord the poll, go ahead. It's there. But yeah, that's most of the laundry list that we have. Also, I know there is going to be a stream. I saw it. I'm excited just as much as you guys. And we're gonna actually be streaming. Also, I know there's a Raphael rerun going on. I will also be pulling, but that will be next Tuesday, not this Friday. We'll do it next Tuesday because I need to see how many pulls I have on my Raphael account to actually justify me doing the pulls because I don't want to risk like pulling on the rerun banner on my Raphael account if I do not have the resources. I mean, I could pull on my spare account, which at this point I think I might have to, just to make sure that I get Raphael. Because my focus is not so much on the combat. Not whatsoever. My focus mostly is to get the card so I can read it with you guys and enjoy it with you guys. And the reason why I have a spare account is to be there as a rerun buffer. And if it takes 140 pulls to get Raphael, it is worth it because I think I have on my spare account. I have to go double check. This is not exact silence. I'm not too sure, but this is how much I have on my spare account. On my spare, I have like uh two 20,000 diamonds. Let me see. 'Cause I constantly update it every single month. Not every month, I mean every single week. On my spare account, I currently have 20,000 diamonds, which can be enough if because it only takes like maybe 21 to get a to get the pull. I think it takes like 21 pulls or 21,000 diamonds or 21,500 diamonds just to get. Let me double check because it's gonna be 140 pulls for sure. Okay, yeah, 100. It'll be 2,000, 21,000 diamonds for sure. And I have 20. So I just need to figure out between today and the next Tuesday getting 1,000 more diamonds so that I can at least make the attempt to get Raphael. Because I want to save, at least on my Raphael account, the those pulls because I have, I think, like 20. Again, let me double check. On my Raphael account, I currently have 26 pulls. Even though it says on another page it was 30, but it's actually 26 pulls. I have 26 pulls, or 20, not 26, 26,000 600 diamonds, which I believe would get me. Like, what's going on here? Why is it not showing up? Uh, I think I understand now. Okay. It was in 26. It was 29. But or 30. Maybe it might be 30. But that only gives me about 200 pulls. Yeah, about 200. So I have to use it very sparingly. And with Raphael's myth banner being rumored in the horizon after the Sixth Ally gets introduced, I need to make sure that I save on my Raphael account this amount of diamonds. Because, like I've said before, my Raphael account isn't a whaling account. It doesn't even count as a dolphin account because it's weird. It's more like a low spending, which I think is technically a dolphin account. But what I put into my Raphael account is supposedly 4.99 a month. And whatever I need to little pick me up, if I'm a little bit low on ticket resources, then I will buy a pack. But that's it. I will only buy a pack if it is absolutely necessary. But seeing how everything is right now, I don't think I'm gonna need a any packs for Raphael's fourth myth when it gets introduced. But who knows? Let's just get through everybody else's myths before we even think about uh Raphael's myth. Because we already, I think, went through. Because right now we're gonna be getting a solo, obviously, for the Sixth Line when he gets introduced. We're getting a solo for him, so I'll be pulling on that. I have like already 400 like wishes, so I'll be okay. And if he takes pity on me, I will be able to save some diamonds. And also, when it comes to I don't know, like, I'm basically like blanking here. I'm not normally like this. But when it's time for like the pulls for Raphael when he comes out, 'cause I don't think we're gonna get a Raphael solo just yet because we started off the year with Zane, then we had a Xavier solo, and I think it's following the pattern. But when the Sixth Ally got introduced, it screws off the pattern a little bit. I will look into the schedule later if anybody has like a copy of a revised grain of salt schedule. Just remember, we gotta make it's a grain of salt. We gotta look at it. But we'll get the Sixth Allies solo, and after the Sixth Allies solo is going to be a Raphael solo, and after Raphael solo is going to be a Caleb solo. But of course, before that even happens, we'll probably but maybe before or between, we'll be getting like either a myth or either Raphael's like the fourth myth, or we'll be getting a um a myth for our sixth ally. Because if I remember last year, we got Caleb's myth literally 2 months after he got introduced. So I'm not too sure when Silas's myth came out. I think it was in November as well. No, maybe it was in November. His Abyssal Sovereign. Oh, yeah. His Dragon myth. I think came out in like November. of 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So, and he was introduced in July, so that took about like 3 months, 6 months, no, 3 months, whichever. I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah, we'll just play it by ear after this point because I'm not the perfect resource in terms of predictions for the banners because I used to be able to predict these banners pretty well, but with the Six Alive being introduced, it kind of threw a wrench. Or let me correct myself. I can no longer call him Six Alive because he's not a Six Alive anymore. It's Valko. So I have to get used to calling him Valko. But I used to call him Six Alive, Six Alive, Six Alive. So let's remember Valko, 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 Valko. Our cute little puppy, Valko. So when Valko got introduced, it kind of throws off my schedule completely. I don't know what's gonna happen after he gets introduced, basically. All I know is that Private Trip is coming out literally next or coming out literally the 25th and that it will end on the 2nd, which is the same day that the banner ends or you know, our this Once Upon a Film or Frame. And also, uh, we're probably going to be getting Zane's um, God of Annihilation or GOA. We're going to get him in next week. We're going to probably get him like the 2nd through the 9th. That's as far as the prediction I can go. And then we're going to get uh, Valko on the 9th, and he'll probably be there for I think 20 about 20 days, if give or take, depending on the schedule that Silas and Caleb were released. So that might take quite a while. And I do plan on pulling on day one of Valko's release. Believe it or not. I might even read his card on stream the day of, and we'll skip over. It'll depend on what the schedule for the stream is because remember, I'm doing 20 days of streaming, so you'll be catching me every single day. Well, not every single day, but you'll be catching me like Sunday through Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. I won't be streaming on Saturdays and on Sundays. I mean, Saturdays and Wednesdays. I won't be streaming on those days due to me I need to get a break, you know? Everybody needs a break. So I'm not going to be streaming on the 1st. So we're going to start on the 2nd of July. And then if you put your calendars, I'll even post a calendar on Discord on when I'm going to be streaming and what exactly I'm going to be streaming on those days. Because you guys deserve to know what you're getting into and whether or not it is worth your time. Because if you already read the main story, you don't have to be here. But you're free if you want to stay and do spoilers. Go ahead, because I still technically have not finished Death and Rebirth. I already know because it's already been a year that Zane, oh my god, spoiler alert, leaves at the end of Death and Rebirth, and I still haven't read To Your Yesterday, so we'll be reading it together on stream. But yeah, also enjoy these final moments of our screen for Love in Deep Space because after the ninth, we will no longer have Caleb as our primary intro to the game. I'm so sorry for those who were Caleb mains, but now you're no longer going to be first. It's going to be Falco. I'm so sorry. But if you have the Auron pass, you can. They screw Falco, metaphorically and literally, if you wanted to, and just put Caleb back as your home screen or the login screen. Yep, it's time to get in. And Big Daddy Silas is here to greet us! But just out of curiosity, I actually want to see how everybody else is dressed. And I have to be so careful. I'm so close to 100. Because if I hit 100 before Valko gets introduced, let me correct myself. Before Friday, I might have to play. I'll play Zane's card by myself, and then we'll read it during the 20 days of streaming. Because you guys, I want to read it with you guys, but I really need to get that wedding dress from Zane. I really need it so that I can post onto my Instagram and YouTube a little reel and story of me and Zane finally getting married. Alright, let's see how Xavier is dressed on the screen. Oh, he's wearing his birthday outfit and those cute glasses and the mullet and that scarf. Alright, let's see how Zane's dressed. No, wait, he knew? He knew we were actually going to be reading Death and Rebirth? Good job, but still, no! Bad luck! Alright, Ruffy, how are you dressed? 2. And Caleb. I see he decided to copy Xavier in terms of scarf.
Why do you look like you want to say something?
I don't know.
Then you should rise to the challenge and tell me what you think of it.
I don't know. Alright, let's do the dailies before I forget. And don't worry, I did my dailies for my other accounts. I also plan to start early on 26th of, well, this Friday, if we're gonna say it like that. We're gonna start early. We're gonna start around maybe 6:30 instead of our normal 8 o'clock. Because there's a lot of stuff we have to get through we have to get through uh one person's one of the guys' is main the event story. We have to get through one of those. Or all of them. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm assuming every single one's gonna take about uh 45 minutes to 50, 45 to an hour, which I don't think it's gonna take an hour, but it's gonna take a while. We're gonna try at least getting through one Li's event story before we start pulling. I mean, I can start pulling at least on my 6LI, my Raphael account, and my spare account today. So let's try that before I start uh, the reading the main story. Okay, let's go to the 6LI account. Because we need to lower the pity. Because if we don't, he won't come home. And it's only going to be, of course, the first 10.
Some love for longevity before fading to dust.
Alright, time to start off with the 6LI account.
Into that serenity, their lost time forever buried. She rambled 1,000 times.
This picture book looks interesting. Want to read it together?
Nope. Still debating on whether or not to buy this. And since we're here, we might as well get all of this. Alright, let's see how far I can get before they give me the red. Okay, this is as far as I got. I got all of this. And now it's time to pull.
Whoa.
And I want Xavier, just in case. Well, actually, I want Raphael more. But Raphael, Xavier, and Caleb. So, let's see who comes home in the first 10 pulls. Because at this point, I'm just reducing the pity. I'm so nervous. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have to pick the precise wish. Raphael, obviously. Because if he comes home on this pull, I don't have to pull for him on my Savior account and I can save some money. Alright, and let's go. Is it? Nope. We got lucky. We did not. We just lowered the pity. Good job. We just lowered the pity. This is some really good music. Alright, time to go to the spare account.
Some love for longevity.
Hopefully, he doesn't come home. Or no guys come home. Again. Because I'm just trying to lower the pity. At this point, I might as well, just as a game or a game plan, every single time there's a rerun, I might as well just sacrifice 10 wishes every single time. On every single account, just sacrifice 10. It's not like I can't regain the 10 later. And let's see how far we can get. I think we might get pretty far on this one because on my 6th account, I did not really take it too seriously. I'm still haven't gone through the main story event or the game on my 6th completely. Okay, let's see how far we can get. Or they put me in the red. Okay. This is as far as I got. Alright, and time to go to the wish. Again, our focus is going to be one of these guys. Our focus is also going to be on Raphael again. And pity. Hold up. This is it. Nope. We are safe. We're safe. We're safe. But I'm not gonna lie, the music is a little loud. It's kind of hard to hear the song or the notification. And I need to collect those diamonds before I forget. Alright, time to go to... Time to go to Raphael's account. And I need to stop shrimping. Oh my god, I'm starting to turn into a shrimp. I should really stop slouching.
I wasn't waiting long. You showed up as soon as I counted to 3.
Alright, time to collect. And like always, we're gonna get Raphael. We're gonna try getting these 3. And the focus is gonna be on Raphael. And we're just lowering the pity. Hold up. Oh, good. We're safe. We're safe. It's kind of hard to tell with this music. Believe me, when it comes to the pulls, when it's that time, I'm actually going to lower the volume for the music so I can actually hear the notification. Because as you can see, bing, boom. I have 200 pulls on my Raphael account, which I need to save. And I didn't even look at my... I so regret not doing that. We'll hold off on that. But now it's time to go back to the main account. I was stalling enough. I stalled enough.
Some long for longevity before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep as eulogy chanted by stars. Into that serenity.
just in time. It's the perfect time of day to sit by the window and read a book.
Cool. Alright, time to go to the main story. And let's begin. Let's also make sure that my controller is gonna work. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. But at least we know it works. Alright. And in case I do decide to post the main story onto my YouTube, here goes. Hola mi amores, soy yo, Violeta Kitty, and today we're going to be reading another round of Love and Deep Space. Today we're going to be reading part 1 of Death and Rebirth. Absurdity Unfold. And with that being said, let's begin in 3, 2, 1. And this is a recap from what we got from Homecoming Wings. Within the span of a single month, the First Place fleet's significant return and subsequent within the span of a single month, the Far Space Fleet's significant return and subsequent secret departure stirred intense public discussion. Okay, I have to readjust my light. It's a little dark. Rumors that circulated when Skyhaven was under martial law discussed the fleet's arms operation to eliminate certain ominous wanderers. While no footage of this event has surfaced, the fleet's while the no footage of this event has surfaced, the fleet's tight-lipped response has inevitably sown seed of public among no wait I did it has inevitably a spawn no not spawn sown seeds of a panic among the population. Why am I reading it wrong? I have glasses. After the catastrophe, the Chrono Rift catastrophe, the Hunter Association released several reports on Wonder's evolution and their mutations. Like humans, the Wanderers continue to grow stronger. Peace remains a distant goal for this world. As people grow increasingly uneasy about the fleet's mysterious operations, a bombshell announcement takes everyone by surprise. Ever announces the immediate launch of a project called Fountain of Ate. The 40-second preview quickly becomes a global sensation and the focal point of discussion worldwide. The internet debut, the development and application of protocore technology. Skyhaven, powered by protocore energy, becomes a target of widespread criticism due to the fleet's recent action. Countless conspiracy theories emerge. Beneath the floating island, Lincoln scattered lights weave an intricate web across the land. In the windless night, dark figures. Hi, Raven! Thank you for the bits. I love you. Hola. Yep, you're getting up there in level, huh? In the windless night, dark figures flit by glass walls. They're quickly masked by the red glow of aircrafts, warning lights atop skyscrapers. The unrest brewing online seeps quietly into the physical world and ferments under Lincoln's facade of normalcy. Waves of controversial topics stroke stroke the growing public outrage. The association becomes the primary target of this rising tide. In response, the association immediately uh, implicates a series of countermeasures. This includes the covert relocations of the spatium core stored in the association's building.
Ha! Look at all the online discussions. It's a circus now. What is Ever really up to? Did you guys find any leads?
Mm-mm.
Throwing around phrases like groundbreaking achievement and the next step in human evolution. They've got guts.
Oh, most definitely. In a self-dive driven protocore vehicle, Simone scrolls through the endless streams of updates on her phone.
Given their extensive research into protocores, they do have the credentials to back up such claims.
Oh, heck no, we don't promote here. I'm sorry, Ban. Sorry, whoever you are. But we don't promote anything. I should really put a ban word for that. Or I'll just put it manually. Yeah, removing it manually would be better. Anyway, back to our normally discussed content.
As a protoist, I'm all for advancing protocore tech, but Ever? With methods as sketchy as theirs, they might drag us down with them.
The Fountain of Ate has reignited the purest attacks against protocores.
At their core, the Prototis and Purus represent two opposing viewpoints, supporting a support to for the development of protocore technology and the operations of it. No, not operations. Oppose option options oppositions of it. The purists believe that although pure protocore are powerful, they're dangerous. There are too many unknowns, and overzealous research can lead to catastrophic crises. In early years, in earlier years, their urge, urged humanity not to be blinded by profit. They agreed that using Earth's natural energy resource was the only way to ensure civilization survived in a stable condition.
Our latest missions have been targeted by their radical members. That's why we need to transport the Spatium Core in secret. Both of you need to be on high alert.
If those purists dare to cause trouble, they can say hello to my protocore particle cannon.
We shouldn't be too hostile. While they're traditional, certain prototists can be just as extreme. After all, we've only researched less than 10% of a protocore's potential. There's nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy respect for the unknown.
Amen, Andrew. Amen.
Wow, Andrew. A deep space hunter like you is defending the purists? They're the ones trying to stop our technological progress.
I'm kind of with Andrew at this point. Like, technology is all good and well, but when it gets to be too much, that it kind of becomes overwhelming. It becomes more of a hindrance than a positive. Haven't the purists have been quiet for several years now?
That's because our protocore tech has developed so rapidly and successfully these past few years. The stuff's been integrated into every aspect of our daily lives, big and small. The purists always insisted that humans shouldn't develop protocore technology, but the reality is, humanity can't live without it now. Facts speak louder than words.
Improving a person's quality of life, fighting wanderers, and helping humanity explore the deep space tunnel and secrets beyond our universe. The prototist vision for the future is being realized one step at a time, without concrete evidence to support the purist claims. It's only natural that they lost ground.
What about you? Whose side are you on?
Let's think. I am a chocolatist. And I do agree that things like it could make a little bit easier for living to improve if that's what it needs to be, but also I'm on the side of the purists where don't go too fast or else we're going to dig yourself into a ditch. But also, I love chocolate. I'm a chocolatist. I side with the limited edition chocolate pie from the association's cafeteria. It's delicious and replenishing. It replenishes your stamina. The vehicle passes through the tunnel, which is the last highly dangerous point on our designated route. Or does that, yeah, designated route. The structure values. The structured vault is at the end of the road.
Metaflux levels are within a stable range. Begin storage intake procedures.
We really worked hard today. Since this is our last shift, let's finish strong. Late night snacks are on me.
Wait, there's a massive surge of Metaflux heading straight for us. It's coming in fast!
The readings are normal. You guys.
At the moment, the truck, uh, at that moment, a truck, uh, wreathed in flames. At the moment, a truck wreathed in flames, and a crash within power, uh, crackling with powerful metal fluxes, comes barreling towards us from behind. It's going at full speed. As soon as Simone and I jump out of the cargo hold, our transport vehicle is violently thrown into the air. The explosion releases searing heat behind us. We have an emergency. Transport vehicle I-09 is under attack. Coordinates are being transmitted, requesting backup. Before I can find our footing, there's another explosion. We're sent flying through the air. Protocore particles drift around the overturned transport vehicle. Through my blurry vision, I see several distorted figures emerging from the flames.
Go. You're free.
The unfamiliar voice is masked by a crackling frame. My ears are still ringing. Crackling flames. My ears are still ringing, and I can't tell if what I'm hearing is real or just in my head.
It's a shame we're seeing each other again when you're in such a pitiful state. Did Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center?
You know Grandma? Who are you?
I guess not.
Excruciating pain tears through my entire body as my heart begins to tremble uncontrollably.
Who I am doesn't matter. The real question is, who are you?
She suddenly grabs my throat, and a sharp pain pierces my neck. It's like 1,000 needles just stabbed me. I feel like I'm suffocating as I lose control of my limbs. My heart pounds violently while a chaotic force stirs within my body. Blood thick trickles down my forehead. Through my crimson tinted vision, I see the container holding the spatium core rolling into view.
You were born in the depths of deep space. You were supposed to be ours, a one-of-a-kind, precious creation. Without the key, the Fountain of Ate will only remain a poor imitation.
Days, I hear something faintly crack. Suddenly, an suddenly, an unprecedented power surges through my veins and bursts forth with brilliant light.
The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
Transporting the spatium core was a classified mission for special operations. The attack wasn't revealed to the outside world. After spending 2 days in the hospital, Simone and I were ordered to suspend all missions and focus on resting until we made a full recovery. Afterwards, Jenna secretly visits us to reveal the truth. The association's president, as well as others, suspected there's an high ranking mole in the association. Simone and I were now known as the enemy. Since Simone and I were now known as the enemy, we need to lie low. Our temporary suspension was to protect us and serve as a smokescreen. Externally, the radical jurists need to be handled with caution. Eternal detailing with eternally detailing with a dealing with a mole would uh inevitably dis dispute their plan, disrupt their plan. Jenna didn't really talk about the spatium core. She just gave me a look that told me to be patient. Chaotic energy coursed through my blood. The burning sensation in my chest is more intense than the pain from my injuries. Unable to sleep, I toss and turn. Then I finally sit up and turn on the bedside lamp. My heartbeat is faster than usual. I gently press my hands against my chest and rest my hand on my knee. My head's on my knee. I can't believe I ended up absorbing the spatium core. Why me? Although sharp pain strikes my chest as several surge, a strange energy stream are torn apart, they proceed to merge together and create an endless, breathless turbulence.
Did Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center? The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
Grandma, the research materials Grandma left behind might not just be an unfinished story. They could be a link in a much larger chain. Unicorn and the Gaia Research Center. That's where time has sealed away the truth I seek. The Gaia Research Center, if I remember correctly, it was in what used to be the most prosperous, prosperous district, now known as the N109 zone. Let's see if there's a key waiting for me in return, for my return. Once my injuries are healed, I don't hesitate. I report my target during my administrative leave to Jenna via a secret comms channel. The ruins of the Gaia Research Center, located in the N09 zone. In the Arctic. Amidst the snow-covered mountains, stands a building of precious, geometric, uh, perfection. The fractal library. It was erected at the unknown time. The library door slowly parts. Watching the robe, wearing a robe, a young boy with snow white hair pushes them open. A soft, ethereal light spills out from behind the doorway and touches the snow. The boy looks down and gently scoops up a small white creature by his feet.
It's time to collect what's due from the 7-year promise, Shuchi. We need to pay the emissary a visit. I wonder how he's doing. How have these 7 years treated him? Is he getting along with his classmates? Did he succeed in his thesis defense?
As the white light fades, the boy's foot sinks into something soft. Snowflakes fall onto his head. He's surprised.
Huh? How did the library end up here? Did I mess up the incantation?
The white creature suddenly leaps down and runs away, its tails playfully drawn arch in the snow beneath it.
Shuchi, I know you haven't seen snow in a long time, but that doesn't mean you can just run off.
The boy hastily grabs his travel bag and runs after the creature. He manages to catch its tail just before he falls face first into the snow. Behind him, a massive library door slowly closes. He raises his head only to realize he left the excessus bracelet. The excessus's bracelet that emissaries give him in the library.
Oh, Book of Answers, just this once, would you be so kind as to tell me where I am?
The book, his bag suddenly, bulges as a thick book emerges from it. Opening itself, it rapidly flips through the pages before finally materializing 2 words. The Arctic.
How long will it take to get back to Lincoln City?
The Book of Answers flips the pages once more. 80,000 kilometers. In the desolate Arctic, the boy and his companion silently drag their luggage, their figures gradually vanishing into the endless expanse of snow. And just like I thought, this is gonna take a while. Leaving the southern area of the Lincoln City, I drive down Bear Boulevard. The scenery on both sides of this wide street slowly deteriorates. After I installed the anti-interference chip Silas sent me on my motorcycle, I've been able to freely pass through the proto field, distur disrupted no hunt zone, number 62 and 65, and arrive at what was once the most prominent tech hub in the region. Now it has become the criminal paradise, the N19 zone. The abandoned buildings where I've I first met, the abandoned buildings where I first met him still stand in the desolate courtyard. Come to think of it, a lot of time has passed since my initial meeting with the feared leader of Anakinas. After entering the N109 zone, the streets remain deserted. Not a soul could be seen, but I become but it becomes livelier as I approach a central district. A river of people flow through the streets. They surge with me towards the same direction. What's going on? It sounds like it's coming from Kronos or Chiron. Above the streets, massive holographic screens glow neon blue. They display live footage of the district in 4 areas. A scared woman is bandaging a knife wound in her shoulder at the street corner, and a boy who cornered a wanderer in the dark alley rips out its protocore with his bare hands. A gang member plunges a dagger into his companion's chest. It's Chiron's. Isn't Chiron supposed to be a trade hub or trading hub? Why are they fighting? At the top of the display, rows of names and numbers flicker rapidly. Old ones are erased as new ones appear in their place. Is this some kind of competition? Basically, this feels like it might be Hunger Games. Nothing that happened in the N09 zone surprises me anymore. I turn my attention away from the massive display and keep trying to call Silas. When I visit the old workshop, its owner knew Grandma. They were probably colleagues. If I want to find out where Gaia Research Center was located, he probably has some leads. Silas has raced through the streets to get us to the old workshop, and I was unfamiliar with the N109 zone back then. To find it again, the most effective way would be to ask Silas. He's not answering. Fine, I'll just fetch him from the Anakinas' base. Driving my 270 HM, I'm about to make a turn into the alley ahead of when a bullet whizzes past me. It's grazed my temple. My body lurches to the side as I dodge, but the momentum sends my bike sliding under until it crashes in a corner. It's completely wrecked. I barely regain my footing when another bullet tears through the air. It's heading straight for me. Huh? Click! A cane flashes before me and deflects the bullet. It ricochets into the wall and leaves behind a smoking hole in it.
Watch your step, kid. There are places you shouldn't wander into.
At my feet, a thin orange-red laser stretches across the street to the building on both sides of the street.
Carona's hosting its triennial Zalion hunt right now. Everything beyond that line is in the killing zone.
Okay, it's not Chiron, it's Chiron.
One step is all it takes for the surveillance drones to lock onto you with their multi-lens systems. Then they'll automatically register you as a participant. Every criminal in the N109 zone is waiting to hunt down the lost lambs who walk in.
I dust myself off and get up. Who are you? The man before me appears to be in his 50s or 60s. His white hair is neatly combed under a gentleman's hat, and he's using an old-fashioned cane as support. He stands in straight contrast to the chaos of these streets.
I'm just a ferryman on the river Styx. I help travelers cross.
Basically, Chiron.
Are you planning to cross Caron's river?
It's Chiron. Like a king surveying his domain, he turns to look at the eastern and western district of Caron that are surrounded by orange laser barriers.
Shall I be your guide?
Sure, but will I be seen if I follow you? He reaches behind his ear and produces a round chip of no bigger than a fingernail.
This is an ID camouflage chip. If you have one, it masks your biometric data so you can't be traced. As long as you're within 3 steps of me, you'll be within its range of concealment.
With tech like this, he's definitely not just a random passerby. I'll be frank, I hope you don't plan to do anything or any tricks.
I understand your concerns. In a place like the N109 zone, being cautious is what keeps you alive. Let's go.
With my biometric data mask, I follow this unfamiliar elderly man into the devastated eastern district of Caron. Or Caron. So if I'm predicting this correctly, it's gonna take me 15 to 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes per chapter, so we'll say 15 at the max. 15, 30, 45, an hour 15, hour 30. Okay, we'll make it an hour and 30. Which means we'll be done at 10, hopefully. The stench of gunpowder and blood fills the streets. and the continuous metaflux explosions make my heart pound like a drum. Excuse me. If there's not like those, if you're not like those criminals, then you shouldn't mind asking a few questions. What are the rules of the Zion hunt? The cold wind seeps past us as three humanoid wanderers crash into the roadside shop. They grab and tear a person's limb apart. But then a sudden protocore explosion engulfs the storefront.
They're like that. Hunts of the primal variety. People become hunters and prey to fight for a gold coin. With it, they'll be granted one wish from the Lord of Caron. At the very end, whoever enters the central arena with the coin and remains the last one standing becomes the winner.
From the upper floor of a shop, a drunken man leans halfway out. He quickly raises his gun in our direction.
You can use evil weapons, protocore weapons, and your own fists.
A roar resounds before the bullet can leave the gun. We remain untouched as our would-be attacker falls, his chest pierced by metaflux.
Wanderers are just another weapon people use to hunt each other.
The drones record everything. The screen immediately circles between a short of death and victory. The shots between death and victory. Okay. And somewhere in the darkness, thunderous cheers erupt from the crowd.
What a waste. I've seen him before. He's formidable when he isn't drunk.
The man stops, his hand clasped over his cane. He closes his eyes as if to observe a moment of silence for the deceased.
Isn't it brutal? I hope you weren't frightened.
It takes more than that to scare me. I witnessed death worse than this.
Indeed. Life has a way of catching us off guard.
Stepping over the fallen body, he leads me to the place with a brilliant lit sign that reads Elysium, the true paradise. The familiar bar is packed tonight. Everyone clutches their drinks as they're gathered around a screen that broadcasts the Zion hunt.
Here are the latest predictions. You can't miss these guaranteed winners. Come one, come all. Who wants to join the fray? Join us!
Stop banging on my tables. Do you think hiding in my little sanctuary and drinking your life away makes you special?
It's not like I don't pay for my drinks. I'd rather drink myself to death here than get killed the moment I step outside.
That's something to think about. Amidst the cacophony, amongst the cacophony of voices urging people to place their bets, this dangerous business brews from humans' lives provide to be very enticing.
A lot of folks are placing bets this year, but being the hunt's primary target isn't exactly a blessing.
Opportunity is always born from danger. It's a traditional rule of the Zalian hunt.
The elderly voice cuts through the air with commanding authority. Everyone turns their head at the same time.
Our old man Dimitri's here!
Who's you picked this year, old man?
I need to discuss something with a friend. Would you mind waiting here for a moment? The meal sets here are good, and the drinks are decent. Give them a try if you're interested.
I politely nod. However, I've decided not to touch the food in this place.
Oh, dear. Why did you say our drinks are decent? You're so picky, Gramps.
A pair of lemon-scented hands encircle my neck, but they quickly pull away before I can retaliate. The owner of Elysium moves to my face. Moves to face me.
Ah, we meet again, Missy. You're really something else if you know someone like Dimitri.
His name is Dimitri? Who is he exactly?
He's the Lord of Charon. As the true owner of Charon, Dimitri is the one who hosts the Zion hunt. The arena at the center of the market belongs to him too.
But Chiron is supposed to be a free trade zone. How can a place like that have an owner?
You're not the only one curious about it. But Dimitri's background... Elysium has been open for years. But I haven't heard anything about his past. Even Silas, the leader of Anakinus, keeps his distance from Dimitri.
Come to think of it, Silas hasn't mentioned him before.
Since this isn't our first meeting, let me properly introduce myself. Aslin. That's my name.
MC.
Would you like to order something?
I'll pass. I didn't bring my wallet. Aislin's lips curl into a mysterious smile.
Elysium doesn't always collect payment in cash, and our services extend beyond just filling empty stomachs.
Before I can ask for details, Dimitri returns and gives me a nod.
I've finished my business. Come here. I'll escort you out.
Behind the counter, Aslin lowers her voice and winks at me.
If you need anything special in the future, ask for the connoisseur's menu. I'll give you a 20% discount. Bye-bye. Come back soon.
As I step outside, gunshots, screams, and maniacal laughter fills my ears once more. It's hard to believe that this refined elderly gentleman behind me is the master of the hellish domain. So I hear you're the Lord of Charon. Why are you hosting this death match? Why do you host the Zion hunt? Do you enjoy watching people fight to kill each other?
Fighting, killing, surviving by any means necessary. That has always been the way of life. With or without the Zalian hunt, the cycle of violence will continue perpetually in the N109 zone.
If you listen closely, I think there's a Wilhelm scream somewhere. With Dimitri leading the way, every danger we encounter becomes something to walk past. It allows me uh, to safely traverse this lawless battlefield. Mephisto? Just as I'm about to step over the thin orange-red laser, a familiar crow breaks the silence. Across the street, Mephisto perches on a lamppost. He looks at me and tilts his head. Hi!
Your friend is here to pick you up.
The cane falls onto the laser line, and the Lord of Caron stops at the edge of the territory, taking not a step further.
I'm sure our next meeting will be much sooner than this time.
What do you mean?
I mean, my duty as your escort has come to an end until we meet again.
Dimitri watches me leave with an unwavering smile, like an ordinary old man out for a walk in the park. With Mephisto as my escort, I arrive at the familiar base without a hitch. Thanks. As soon as we enter the building, I hear a violent explosion from one of the rooms. Is Anaconda's base also involved with the Zion hunt? The room is dark, mindful of Silas's sensitive eyes. I turn on a floor lamp at its lowest setting. In the center of the room stand 4 egg-shaped gaming pods. 3 of them are rocking back and forth. Their surface covered in LED pulsates in tandem with the explosion sound effects. I walk up to Silas's gaming pod and knock on it several times. Silas! Silas! Mephisto's been caught. The base is surrounded. They're after you. Absorbed in his virtual world, Silas doesn't respond. Oh, come on! I walk away and settle into the 4th gaming pod, the only one that's empty. Inside, the surrounding screen transforms into an endless expanse of stars. Realistic sound effects immediately fill my ears. I fire up my spaceship and set off to pursue Silas's fleet. I lock into the engine of the first ship I see, grip the control, and open fire.
Who was that? That's brutal.
Pressing home my advantage. I target the next ship. It immediately destroyed. Oh, poor Luke. And just like that, only one ship remains in the game aside from mine. It must be Silas's. Activate the ship's AI and lock onto ship Q313.
target spotted. Would you like to initiate tracking?
Divert all power to the engine. Don't let him escape. My ship, my ship's engines burst with brilliant blue light as I search towards Silas's vehicle or vessel. Ship Q313 remains unfazed. It gracefully spins away from my attack as I close in. However, the elite move provides the proves to be costly. The ship's tail grazes a meteor, which triggers the red warning light in Silas's cockpit. The simulation ends with a blaring alarm still echoing as the game pod slowly opens. Silas emerges and removes the holographic helmet.
Why were you so riled up? You blew up half the battlefield, too. Are you satisfied now?
I'm short on time. After I ask my questions, I'll go. I expect him to make excuses about losing the game. Instead, he furrows his brow while he stares at me. What?
You had something nice to eat?
No, I was just in Elysium. The owner and I caught up.
Playing dumb isn't very nice, kitten.
As he speaks, he moves closer to me and as if sensing something.
A special protocore. Is it an ether core?
Silas's attitude assume as Silas's accurate assessment catches me off guard. While trying to keep my energy within me stable, I turn to look at him and respond with a inquisitive inquisitive response with an inquisitive smile. What's wrong? Weren't you always hoping I'd get stronger?
Who gave it to you?
It's related to an incident. A few days ago, the Hunter Association's protocore transport vehicle was attacked. I was on it.
I heard. The association getting humiliated is an excellent source of entertainment for the N109 zone.
A strange person infiltrated the group of a strange person infiltrated the group of attackers. She found me and started talking about these bizarre things. That stuff is still uncertain, so I decide to tell Silas only the simplest parts. Just as I was on the verge of losing consciousness, my body instinctively absorbed the spatium core. His Adam's apple bobs once, and I catch a glimpse of the protocore in his eyes and emanate a dazzling red glow. Before I can get a better look, he walks to the minibar. He downs a glass of liquor in one go. The turbulent energy within me finally settles down, and I realize Silas is locked in an instant battle against his desire for protocors.
Setting aside the possibility that you're here to show off your shiny new protocore, what brings you to the N109 zone?
I walk towards him and bring up a holographic map on my watch's interface. This map was created during Lincoln City's final field survey before the Chrono Rift catastrophe.
And
as I continue to zoom in on the display, the words Gaia Research Center appears on the map. The person who almost killed me said I first appeared here during one of the Unicorn research team's experiments. Silas glances at it before turning his attention to the chessboard on the table.
And you actually believe that nonsense?
Mm-hmm. I need to go there and find answers. Then I'll know if she's lying or not. Our last game ended in a draw, so I quietly join the chess match as Silas remains quiet. After surveying the chessboard, I move up my rook from the back rank. When I was younger, I had doubts about my past. Later, I figured that so long as I was healthy and safe, none of it really mattered. But a human's heart suddenly contains a protocore. I need to find out who I really am instead of waiting for mysterious people to find me. As soon as I reach for another piece, Silas immediately captures one of my pawns.
And then what? Do you actually believe that learning about your past will make things better?
Maybe. When I see people, whether close or distant, suddenly racing towards a destination, refusing to accept a unfazable position, I look at the chessboard again. I take my knight, my only chance to break through. The one who seems to stay still may be left at a disadvantage forever.
That's just what it looks like on the surface, kitten. As soon as you make your move, you give your opponents an opening. Sometimes the best move is not to make one at all.
As he speaks, he taps my king. It's safe for now, but it's trapped in the setup for a piercer attack. There's little hope to escape. What about you? Before he can pull back his hand, I quickly grab my queen and point it at Silas's eye. Your fusion with the protocore couldn't have been a coincidence either. Is that a friendly piece of advice or a warning? In our brief standoff, he finally shows his first smile of the day.
My situation holds no value as a reference point. Those words were nothing but a distraction so I could win the game.
Silas grabs a chess piece from my hand, takes my wrist, and guides me to the floor-to-ceiling window. As the curtains slowly part, they reveal the night sky below us, the N19 zone in its entirety.
Since 2034, the N109 zone has undergone multiple rounds of reconstruction. Look at the outside world. Can you match any of these roads to that old map of yours?
The once straight streets become a maze. Nearly all the landmarks have vanished. Surely the people who used to live here,
They left.
Ever's agents, handlers, for Ever's agent handlers or gather intel.
Dead.
What about the old workshop owner? Surely he's...
Unfortunately for you, he just left town yesterday. He won't be back until next month at the earliest.
I frown as my leads get cut off before me.
Do you really want to know?
Even if I didn't, people keep forcing me to find out. He pushes me closer to the window. Then I realize it. The only person who knows the truth has been right here all along.
There, underground.
Following Silas's gesture, I see it. The massive holographic screen in the sky. It's the heart of the Zion hunt I experienced today. A paradise of bloodshed and revelry. The Chiron Arena. The massive holographic display makes everything feel strangely unreal. The latest ranking continues to scroll by. The individuals in first place have remained unchanged since this afternoon. To hold the top spot for so long in such a brutal hunt, he must be strong.
He's been at the top since last night. He's good. I'll give him that.
Each change in the drinks makes the end of another life. They know it's suicide, yet they still eagerly rush in. Is that coin really worth it?
I see you know a thing or two. But fewer than 30% of the participants are there for that coin. In the N109 zone, what matters more is the desire to hunt, the thirst for bloodshed, the craving for domination. Or a means to prove one's loyalty.
He steps away from the window, and the curtains close behind him. Through the gap, a red X appears over the first place portrait before it vanishes forever from the giant screen. Based on your experience, how much longer will the hunt last? Since the dazzling neon lights have been blocked by blocked, my thoughts become clear. The safest option would be to search under the arena after the hunt ends.
By the looks of it, the finals will start tomorrow. This stage always ends quickly. It never goes beyond 6 or 7 days. This year's hunt has some extra stakes involved, so the finals will be more intense. It'll be over in 2 days. After that,
He walks to the sofa with measured steps and takes a seat.
the arena will be demolished.
What?
Many have coveted the arena for years, but its owner isn't as young as he used to be. His grip on power isn't the same anymore. So, the vultures circling this territory already have a silent agreement in place. They'll host an overtime match once the Zoan hunt is over.
Looks like participating in the Zion hunt is my last chance to find the Gaia Research Center. And breaking into the arena by myself is no easy feat. Who knows what awaits in the ruins of the research center? I can't waste too much of my energy on fighting. I need an ally. My gaze falls on Silas, who's sitting on the sofa.
Don't even think about it, kitten.
You've been watching the hunt unfold from the sidelines. Don't tell me you haven't been plotting something.
Are you implying you're the one who has all the schemes?
Pretending to threaten him, I playfully pin him down on the sofa. I bet he's bricked up. You said you don't mind me using you. And right now, I really want to use you so I can get into the arena. It's not like you'll lose if you join. It's a win-win situation, right?
If you want to drag me into this, flattery and tricks won't be enough. I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, kitten. I have guests to meet, so I can't join you in your gladiator game.
Ooh. There's a knock at the door. Luke and Kieran, who had left the game pods, had returned. Their voices come through from the other side.
Boss, our people just delivered their report. We've taken care of all the goods ever brought this time.
Leave a few alive. There's no need to be too thorough.
Yes, sir.
There are a few troublemakers in the area, boss. Can we...
Do as you please.
Thank you, boss.
Your guests are from Ever?
They came all the way here, saying they have a profitable deal to discuss. How could I not play the role of a gracious host?
Why shouldn't you? You're planning to take them all down.
Is it a bad idea?
It's great, actually. With one graceful stride, he helps me stand, grabs my shoulders, and turns me around.
Come. It's not like you're busy. Let's see what kind of presents they've prepared.
After a high-speed ride, we find ourselves before some ruins. They're surrounded in mist and gunsmoke. The air is thick with chaotic energy fluctuations. Frowning, I kick aside some unidentified debris and pick up a broken half of a wine bottle. $100-year-old wine, empty jewelry boxes. Don't tell me these are your welcome gifts. Travis casually responds as he slowly opens. Excuse me. Okay. Silas casually responds as he slowly circles their area and takes in everything.
They know I won't show up, yet they're still playing a game of pretense. Would you like to guess the reason, kitten?
Either Ever is confident enough to think you'll escape their dealing, or their deal, accept their deal, or the deal is just a front. They're hiding something that can be used against you.
That's why I won't sit around waiting for them to make their move. People only show their hand when they're backed into a corner and desperate to survive.
Silas stops walking, picks up a broken gun stock still containing traces of protocore energy and crushes it.
I prefer a direct, efficient approach.
I run my fingers along the energy residue on the wall, using my evil to sense the fluctuations in the air. Various energy signatures are intermingled. Although they're erratic, they're not particularly strong. If there were meant to deal a killing blow, they're underwhelming.
The real trump card is...
Nearby, a metallic wall suddenly collapses. From the dust and debris, multiple armed figures emerge. Their silhouettes are arranged in a staggered staggered formation. As electrical curtains flicker to life, they reveal how the lower half of each figure face is mask made of mechanical components. It's integrated into their bodies. The energy readings are changing. In the blink of an eye, dozens of thin blue beams simultaneously lock onto our foreheads.
They've finally shown themselves.
Just before the beams could pierce us, Silas grabs me and pulls me back. The spot where we once stood is reduced to scorched earth. And I'm just about to catch my breath when the beam converges on us again.
Get behind me.
A black-red mist spreads out like a net. It lunges at the blue beam that are attacking us. The mist disintegrates instantly as surging shock waves and countless energy beams violently burst from all directions. Silas immediately creates another barrier of mist to shield us, but in the blink of an eye, most of it has already been destroyed. This energy beam, it can nullify your evil.
Antimatter weapons. They actually managed to get their hands on something interesting.
He wipes away the blood from his neck, but the wound shows no sign of healing. The figure raises their weapons at the same time to take aim again, yet Silas responds with a smile instead of being angry. He gathers a more powerful energy storm in his hand. This isn't good. They'll wear down Silas at this rate. Spotting my motorcycle nearby, I quickly dash towards it, using the scattered cover as protection. After another explosion blasts, I race through the lingering dust cloud and return to Silas's side. The thunderous roar of my bike engine envelops us. Come with me. Come with me. The motorcycle roars at full throttle as we weave through the N19 zone. The sound of gunfire is hot on our heels. I duck and dodge the explosions around us while Silas sits back in the passenger seat. He wields his protocore weapon as if he's playing a shooting game. Are you really Are those really antimatter weapons? Silas, were they specifically designed to take you down?
They're just cheap knockoffs, kid. Keep your eyes on the road. Besides,
a group of shadowy figures closing in behind us falls as Silas's evil strikes them down.
I'm not alone. I have you.
Two motorcycles and motorcyclists in black close in from both sides. They're trying to slam into us at the same time. I'm just a driver who follows the traffic rules. Already at full throttle, I make a sharp second decision and step on the brakes. I let my motorcycle fall back and dodge their collision coordinated attack.
They're putting up quite a fight.
How are you planning to shake off these guys? They don't have the energy fluctuations I've seen from those monsters, nor do they show any sign of being modified. But these movements are mechanical and rigid. It's as if they're following someone's commands. We don't have much time. We'll reach Chiron in 2 blocks.
You better not forget to turn. Let's not crash into it, kitten.
Chiron. The boundary of the killing zone is ahead. The latest untainted streets marked the line between sanctuary and hell. A perfect but fool proof plan quickly forms in my mind as I push the motorcycle's horsepower to its limit. True, entering with the leader of Anakainas, amidst the wild howls of the pursuers, I charge towards the laser's barrier. Well, that means I might end up being a target with you. Time seems to slow down as the orange-red light sweeps over the front wheel of my motorcycle. It washes over my bike and Silas, who behind me, clearly aware of Chiron's rules, or Coron's rules, our masked pursuers stop there just before the boundary. They're forced to watch us slip away. We turn and enter the distant, deserted alley. My motorcycle finally gives out. Silas and I dismount. Oh no, we ended up here after all. Oops. But at least I helped you shake off those pursuers.
I might have believed it was an accident if you didn't sound so enthusiastic.
Our faces suddenly appear on the strict central screen. They're they're magnified dozens of times over. In the same instant, the gunfire echoes throughout the killing zone falls silent. Then, the still air brims with poison as screams, passion as screams resound. They're celebrating, or maybe going wild over Silas's entrance.
You got what you wanted. There's no turning back now.
I just helped you out. It's time for you to return the favor. Go underground with me. We need to check and see if the old Gaia Research Center is really there.
A life debt is impossible to repay. But since you asked so nicely, kitten, do I even have a choice?
With Silas's laughter still in the air, I navigate through the alley's debris and barricades and make my way towards the Chiron arena. Wait a minute. I'm starting to think you were planning to swoop in during the finales and catch everyone in your trap.
I would never do such a thing. I'm not nearly as clever as you are.
Lies. This man was planning it from the beginning. Lies. Countless bullets whiz above our heads as I take cover. As soon as I crouch down, a massive missile destroys half of the wall before me. Silas, watch your head! The blinding white light makes me close my eyes. I feel myself being lifted by a powerful force and pulled into his protective embrace. Silas carries me like a cat. With one arm around my waist, he kicks open the door and rushes into a building. explosion rocks the building from outside. The entire team is wiped out.
We're safe for now.
Phew. Masked men, wanderers, weapons, guns? There's no end to them. They really determined to take us down.
In most cases, being too strong is a curse in itself.
I checked the battered leaderboard. Silas's name sits at the top. The amount of money people put on him is several times higher than the candidate in second place. If you're not like everyone else, you get punished. They'd definitely target you.
To think I'd make a splash for my first Zoian hunt. Oh well.
I shoot him a glance and bat my entire paycheck on his name.
Should I say I'm honored?
Since you're already in the spotlight, I might as well profit from it. Just keep that first place spot warm and be my decoy. When I get the money, we'll split it 70-30.
Anyone can make empty promises. And I'm not an altruistic philanthropist, kitten.
Name your price. If I can afford it, then we have a deal.
Oh, you can definitely afford it. It just depends on whether you're willing to give it to me.
Oh, her. His right eye begins to glow with an eerie red light. My heart races, and I try to look away so I don't get controlled.
Congratulations! You are now in second place on the betting leaderboard.
Ah, fuck. My communication device vibrates just as Silas fiddles with his phone. It's followed by a melodic notifications sound of successful payments. What are you doing?
I placed a bet on you. Now you have the highest odds in the game.
Well, screw you, metaphorically.
If you win, I'll make a fortune. Do you want to match my wager?
No, not really. I'm broke. I shouldn't have underestimated you. You never make a terrible deal. Don't forget to split the winnings with me 80-20.
Oh, you're so greedy.
I mean, of course I am. Like, we got money on the line here. Just as our conversation helps me catch my breath, there's a rustling sound from the corner. Shh. I creep silently towards the source of the sound. Then I turn around with my gun raised.
Please, don't hurt me.
My gun is pointed at a frail old woman who's barely alive. Finding someone as old as her in the Zion hunt seems unbelievable. But this is the N19 zone. Instead of lowering my gun, I tighten my grip and take another step towards her. How long have you been eavesdropping? Before I can get another question, Metaflux suddenly surge. A wanderer materializes and instantly lunges at the old woman. Look out! My hunter instinct takes over before I can think. I try to protect the elderly woman by throwing myself out over her. As I brace for impact, shards of metaflux erupt behind me. They're intertwined with wisps of familiar mist. Hmm? I turn around and see Silas standing behind us. He flexes his wrist while traces of his evil linger around his hand.
I take my eyes off you for 1 second and you just rush in. The association definitely trained you well, kitten.
I'm grateful that you rescued me and gave me a backhanded compliment. Just as I try to push myself up, a sharp uh, pain shoots through my entire body. I look down. A dagger pulsing with evil energy is lodged in the lower right area of my abdomen, and the old woman's trembling hand clutches its handle. You
I didn't mean to. I was trying to kill the Wanderer. You're the one who
right.
got in the way.
Right, right. That's the excuse we're going with. Old woman, no. Silas picks me up, and the old woman releases her grip on the dagger and flees.
Fool.
The black-red mist starts to chase after her, but I hold my pain. I hold back my pain and press down on Silas's arm. I shake my head. Let's take care of my wound first. I grip the first aid kit from the shelf and sink onto the couch. I open it and search through its contents.
Let me do it.
It's fine. I can handle it.
You slipped several times already. I don't think you can handle it.
It's not that bad. Hey! Black red mist grabs my arms and lifts me into the air. Yet my fall is unexpectedly gentle. I find myself lying across Silas's lap as he sits on the sofa. The first aid kit lands right next to him for us.
You'll break the latch if you keep doing that.
The medicine sends a sharp pain into my wound. Trying to distract myself, I stare at the tangled cables on the ceiling.
Have you counted how many cables are up there?
Shh! Don't interrupt me. I only got to 27. My attention shifts and I meet his watchful gaze.
Does it hurt?
It's better to be honest. Yes, it really hurts.
This is a special antiseptic from Charon's black market. No one has ever claimed it doesn't hurt. It's extremely effective since it makes wounds heal 10 times faster than normal.
Really? Then the pain is worth it.
I lied. It's just a saline solution.
Silas discards the cotton ball after he finishes cleaning the wound. He holds the hollow... Okay. He holds the hemostic dressing between his palm. Then he pauses.
You seem distracted. Are you thinking about that old woman?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Of course I am. I tried to help her and she literally stabbed me. Now I'm wounded, wondering if I'm just too naive.
Only a little.
Aren't you going to comfort me?
I know you already learned your lesson. In a place where only the strong survive, you can't judge people as you usually do. Kindness is a rare quality. Save it for when you're back in Lincoln. Most people here are foolish. They run after their desires and never realize the treasure they were born with.
Don't tell me you're talking about their lives when you said treasure.
I'm referring to their soul.
Silas tilts his head slightly and points at his eye.
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity.
When you collect souls, are you basically stealing from the universe?
Did you just change the subject by making fun of me? Can you stand up?
You shouldn't underestimate me. I jump up from his knee and stretch my limbs to prove I'm fine.
Don't push yourself. In this game of life and death, even the smallest vulnerability could cost you everything. Leaving right now wouldn't be a good idea. Stay put and keep quiet.
Hearing the sound of gunfire in the distance, I think for a bit before agreeing with Silas's assessment. But just as I'm about to sit down on the couch, I see a familiar blue beam appear by Silas. Silas! At the last possible moment, Silas and I leap from the window and narrowly escape the blast. In the depths of the dark alley, familiar figures emerge. It's those masked figures again. They're very persistent.
They seem to be very confident in their antimatter weapons. In fact, they genuinely believe those are enough to finish me off.
They might, though. What I mean was, don't underestimate them. I glance at their direction while I speak. There are 5 of them. The alley isn't a dead end, so like we can go left and flank them. Let's draw their attention. I'll intercept them.
You already planned everything out, huh?
He nods, then he takes 2 steps to position himself as my shield.
Move quietly, and watch out for the other hyenas who are lying in ambush.
After finally, uh, after the final thunderous blast, the dark alley is once again. That was my phone. After the final thunderous blast, the dark alley is once again swallowed in nighttime fog and deathly silence. Are you okay?
You stole the words right out of my mouth.
Silas quickly checks my waist for any signs of bleeding. Then he turns his attention to the broken weapon and lifeless figures on the ground.
The numbers don't add up. Almost 10 of them are missing.
Hopefully, they're already dead somewhere else.
They won't die that easily with weapons like those. They're most likely in hiding and waiting for another chance to strike.
How did they know we were here? Did our popularity give us away? Silas takes my waist, his fingertips brushing against my inner arm. My figure curl out the my fingers curl out of reflex. What are you doing? He releases my wrist and holds up an almost transparent chip between his fingers. What's that? Silas crushes the item and drops its internal components onto the ground.
A tracking device.
Huh? I try to think back to everyone who planted, who could have planted on me. Excuse me. I try to think back on everyone who could have planted that on me, but there are too many possibilities. Dimitri? Is this why Dimitri, the Lord of Chiron, offered to help me of his own accord? But what does he want in return?
Regardless, this place isn't safe anymore. Come along now.
Silas takes my wrist again and leads me out of the alley. I thought finding a suitable hideout would take a lot of effort, but Silas knows exactly where he's going. He quickly leads me to a vintage auto repair shop near the arena. Two vehicles, two vintage street lamps flicker out inside. A deserted highway backdrop and bullet holes decorate the entrance. It's quite fitting for our situation. After making sure we weren't being followed, excuse me, I breathe a sigh of relief and pull up a chair to ease my pain. Never just won't quit. Isn't there a way to deal with them once and for all? Their arena fight are bad enough as it is.
The ones we took out were only minions receiving commands. For signals to be distributed simultaneously, There must be a leader carrying the central control unit. Take out their control unit, and we can disable the entire group.
Speaking of which, I detached I detected unusual metaflux fluctuation when I encountered them. Silas turns around and look at me.
What makes it unusual?
I'm not sure how to explain it. Maybe it's connected to the control unit you mentioned?
They've really been busy behind the scenes. They're using protocores like they're toys.
Silas averts his gaze and turns away. He walks to the counter of the shop.
Change of plans. We need to step up our game.
What?
Find the leader, neutralize them, and extract the control unit.
We're going to do reverse tracking? That might work. I'll use those unique fluctuations to locate them. Silas crouches down by the discordant decorative bar counter along the wall. The sound of rummaging soon fills the air. What are you doing? Oh, are you looking for weapons?
I'm hungry, so I'm looking for food.
I sit up. My interest is piqued. Is this place one of your properties?
Maybe.
Stop being so vague.
Those with refined tastes know how to seek out places that match their standards. The vehicles outside are enough to prove the owner's discerning eye. I spoke too soon.
After retrieving a bag of food from the cabinet, cabinets decorated like wooden crates, Silas returns to the small table. A look of displeasure is on his face.
These are emergency rations. If you're not picky, try to eat as much as you can.
Canned food? That's not too bad. I thought it'd be much worse considering how you're acting.
Weren't you the one who kept asking for more home comforts at the base?
The base is for living, but this place is for surviving. The standards are different. But seriously, have you thought about making your chefs develop canned foods? With their skills, we could have gourmet canned food experiences next time we end up in a situation like this. While I keep rambling, the cans are opened and arranged. Silas gives me a look but doesn't argue. What?
How's your wound? No amount of talking will change that pain.
I'm starting to think the medicine wasn't normal. It hurts even more now that I'm starting to move, or I stopped moving. I take a huge bite out of the canned luncheon meat, which means spam. I tried to distract myself from the pain by chewing. As I reach for the energy drink, his hands hover over the can. He sprinkles a medicinal powder over it. I stare in disbelief. Did you just sprinkle my drink right in front of me?
Are 2 painkillers going to be enough to knock out Lincoln's finest hunter?
Wait, did I read that spike? Is it spike or sprinkle? Did you just spike? Oh, did you just spike my drink right in front of me? No.
I know you want to stay alert. You're worried the extended release painkillers will slow your reactions. Keeping you safe for half the night will be easy. I'm here, which is more than enough.
Oh, thank goodness. He picks up the can and moves the lunch meat, luncheon meat aside before setting it down in front of me. The small table becomes a chessboard once again, but this time my opponent sends his pieces into my territory to supply his queen.
As for whether you want to let your guard down for half the night, that's up to you, kitten.
I'll drink it. Since you put it that way. Under his watchful gaze, I alternate between sipping my drink and eating. I quickly replenish my energy after consuming 3 cans of protein-rich food. The pain gradually dulls. Looking at my leftovers, I notice that Silas has barely touched his food. With a questioning look, I wave the can at him.
I'm full.
Are you sure? You were full after eating 1 slice of meat?
I don't want to eat. I don't like it.
Picky, picky, picky. You're the one who said you were hungry. In the dim light, Silas fidgets with the can opener. His gaze lingers on a particular vehicle, and his interest is evident.
The last Slavernos in the world. This shop's owner really knows how to hide treasures in Caron.
Sitting with a full stomach only made me drowsy, so I get up and follow him into the maze of vintage cars. A distorted figure flashes in my peripheral vision. I turn around only to see my reflection in the glossy black car's door.
The Phantom Zero, produced 60 years ago. Comfortable seats, spacious in the back.
Thinking I'm interested, Silas turns back to stand behind me. Our distorted reflections emerge on the car's door.
This model was always popular with young dreamers. Are you one of them?
First of all, those young dreamers from 60 years ago should be elders by now. Secondly, this car is cool. I won't deny liking it even if you made fun of me.
I wasn't.
He doesn't say... he does something I can't see. And the pitch black Phantom Zero's headlights suddenly turn on. They cast their beams on another car in front.
I have daydreams too.
Under the circle of headlights, the car stands like a actor center stage who's waiting for his story to begin. Silas steps into the light with one hand on in his pocket. Unhurried, he leans forward with his hand on the car's door and gets a closer look. Is this what you mentioned earlier? The Levero? Slaverno?
Slaverno means explorer. It was the last model this company produced before going bankrupt.
Interesting. It sounds like they uh, mm, mm. it sounds like they were exploring different methods of escape their desperate situation. Curious, I peer inside. A fine layer of dust has settled over the interior. This exploration might not have ended well, but at least the name shows they never gave up hope.
You have a knack for spinning inspirational tales.
He looks more relaxed as he leans to the side. Against the car's door, he looks at me.
In reality, there was no tale about surviving despite the odds. It was just an ambition that withered before its time. In their final moments, they poured their last defiant breath into crafting this car's body and soul. What stands before you now is an embodiment of ambition that died 60 years ago.
The car's headlights illuminate one side of him. They're almost brilliantly bright. Looking at his reflection in the car's window, I can't help but think that if this car had a soul, it'd be just like Silas's. I understand what he's trying to tell me. The essence of exploration is desire, and desire in turn fuels ambition. It pulls us to explore beyond our limits. Just like you. You've always been chasing after a certain future.
Really?
That's the feeling I get from you sometimes. There's a future you know the ending to, but you're still determined to reach it. And you're insistent on taking me with you. Silas raises an eyebrow. His body moves in one fluid movement from where he's leaning against the car door. Then he right in front of me.
Are you sure you're part of my ending?
I'm just making an educated guess based on experience. If I'm wrong, you're free to correct me.
Given our positions, you should be the one who's eager to deny being associated with me.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, you already missed the best chance you had to deny it.
Dimly done with the conversation, he stands up, takes my wrist, and leads me to the Phantom Zero. He opens the back door and tilts his head.
Sleep here tonight. Sound good?
The back seat is spacious, and the cushions are definitely soft enough. I turn. As expected, Silas chooses the Sliverno. He reclines the driver's seat, his legs propped up on the open door.
Turn those lights off.
Okay. The car lights are off. The darkness once again blankets our surroundings. As I lie down, I realize how much fatigue I had built up from constantly fighting and running around. My head starts to feel heavy. Yet, at times like these, thoughts seem to surface more persistently. It's beyond my control. Silas? Silas! I look up through the car's window and see his foot resting on the door's frame. It sways even ever so slightly. I can tell you're awake.
Listen to yourself. You sound like you're talking in your sleep.
I struggle to sit up and lean against the window. I speak in a soft voice. I might be half asleep, but I know this plan will work. In 3 hours, it'll be dawn. People have their guard down after waking up. That's when we'll split up and make our move. You'll draw the wanderers away and help me create a condition for detecting fluctuations. I'll find a way to obtain the control until the masked people's leader has. Untie unit, control unit. The masked people's leader has.
Move at dawn, splitting up. Are you really treating this like it's just another Lincoln mission?
Maybe. Lincoln never gives me this much freedom. I blink slowly and force myself to stay awake for just a little longer. I'm not playing around. I helped you deal with Ever, so you have to help me get the gold coin. Then I can enter the arena.
And if I refuse?
Well, you can think about it. Well, you can think about why you're really here. His foot stops moving. As I fight to stay awake, I see him stand up and approach me through my hazy vision. Then a large hand steadies my head and gently guides it down before giving it a pat.
Get some sleep. Number 2.
Okay, we got one more chapter to go. And then we'll be done for the night. And we'll continue this. We'll continue this after. On the second, probably. Fog seeps into the abandoned factory as I nimbly leap onto the shipping container. I'm getting closer to the energy fluctuation I've detected. Soon enough, I spot approximately 10 motionless figures standing in a row, a narrow gap between the containers. 6, 7, 8, 9. The rest of them are here, according to the plan, Silas is dealing with the other contestants and wanderers to obtain the arena entry token, a golden coin. Meanwhile, I'm tracking down those masked figures, and that's why I'm here. I'll take down their leader first. Once I find out who's in charge, the rest will be a piece of cake. I close my eyes and attempt to channel the spatium core's energy. From my heart, warm energy surges and envelops my entire body. My racing heartbeat is warning me that I might experience an energy overload if I continue. There. I sense the... I have to sneak. Excuse me. I sense a distant energy signature and pinpoint the signal source in the chaos. I leap down from the shipping container, grab a masked figure's shoulder and pin him down and press my gun against its forehead. An inhuman reflex. He flips over and knocks me away. His chest doesn't raise or fall as he breathes. Instead, intermittent electronical currents crackle. Their leader is an android. Before the other masked figures can raise their guns, I pull the trigger. The bullet pierced the cold mechanic chest above me, as if connected by the same energy source. The surrounding masked figures clutch their chests. Their movements were delayed by a second. I place my palm on the leader's lowered head and detect something unusual. With 2 fingers, I reach into the eye socket and extract an artificial eye. Sparks fly from the severed wires as the machinery, still functioning, freezes. The masked figures have lost their power source. They fall to the ground, one after another, letting out pained groans. I hold up the artificial eye to the moonlight. As I suspect, protocore particles within its shell emits a faint glow in the darkness. I'll be taking this. Museum's neon light shines as they always do as I arrive at the entrance.
Well, won't you look at that? Someone's still alive.
Hey, I'm ranked second on the leaderboard. I can't let all those people lose their money because of me.
You're too kind.
I need to lie low here for now. But how am I going to contact Silas?
I see something's troubling you. When you have a lot on your mind, you should treat yourself to a good meal. The body knows what it needs.
I sit down at the bar and remember that Aislinn said an offering service said about offering service beyond feeling empty stomachs. I might as well see what this place is really capable of. I like to look at the concierge menu. The menu is promptly presented to me. My gaze sweeps across the peculiar dish names once at a time until I land on its last item. Sweet Evil Trap.
Every dish in the connoisseur's menu tells a story from the N109 zone. But the story behind this one hasn't started yet. It's waiting for someone to order it. In fact, it's been waiting for a long time now.
10 grams of soul? 10.5 grams of soul?
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity.
Silas particularly has "I'm prepared" something for you written all over his face. I close the menu. I'll order this one then. The red wine and mushroom marshmallow are sweet, and the pomegranate juice dances across my tongue.
How is it?
The note of roasted rosemary and walnuts intertwine, layered by layer. They unfold on my palate in an intricate dance of flavors. It's like him.
Your satisfaction is our greatest source of motivation. Here's your bill.
I look at it and see 5-digit numbers. This is the price of one dessert?
I guess it can be if you're willing to pay that much. Try inputting these numbers into a map.
Doesn't the arena block signals?
There's always an exception.
I follow Aslan's instructions. The red dot appears on the previously inactive arena map. 0800 Western District docked. This is an interesting choice of term of location. Aslan brings a finger to her lips.
Elysium has more uses than you can ever imagine.
The docks are completely deserted. Abandoned vehicles are scattered haphazardly across the area. Come on, Silas. If you don't show up soon, my cover's going to be blown.
You're late.
When I show up on time for a deal, someone usually gets carried away. I'm fashionably late for good luck.
Mm-hmm.
No need to thank me. Get in.
Thanks, I guess.
Where is it? For you.
Empty. What do you mean?
As you can see, it's a pass to the arena.
No time for jokes. Where's the gold coin?
It was tampered with, so I fed it to a wanderer. We can't have loose ends, kitten.
Oh, he's hot. And he's probably bricked.
You destroyed it?
He looks
There
good.
are other ways to enter the arena. I can guarantee that. I'm being honest. You know that.
Oh my god, I'm in love.
Don't move.
What?
We're being followed. We're going to have to fight if we want to leave. Why don't we call a temporary truce?
Deal.
We don't know how many are still in hiding. What are the odds?
With you, guaranteed victory. Hold on.
That is so cool.
Evil Silas.
Then you should help me fix that. Change your perspective.
I'm charging extra for this.
Go MC.
Look at us.
Oh, celebrate too soon.
Someone's eager to die. It's too late for regrets. Nice control. You're good at driving.
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Anyone ever told you that your driving stability needs some work?
Any suggestions I don't consider are filed under never heard of it.
Oh god. The car emerges from the tunnel and races through the streets of the killing zone. Please don't tell me you went to the Please don't tell me you went for a joyride earlier.
I didn't. I just grabbed a bite to eat.
Uh-huh. Well, of course he brought us boba. You had a meal?
I couldn't get what I actually wanted, so I had to settle for the next best thing.
Come to think of it, I rarely encounter any wanderers while searching for the masked people. I guess someone was helping me from the shadows after all. But Silas didn't look like he's enjoyed his food. How were the wanderers? Delicious?
They were so unpalatable that it's not even funny.
Aww. Poor little Silas couldn't get a thirsty trade. Sorry, I just read it wrong. Aw, poor little Silas couldn't get a tasty treat.
Not only am I picky, but I have an enormous appetite.
Playfully shake my milk tea. Even though you were serving, you still brought me this. Starving, you still brought me this.
Isn't it common courtesy not to show up empty-handed?
I pull up a live feed. The participants count in the top right shows the number 2. That means Silas and I are the only ones left. The gold coin marks flash on the map, but we ignore them. We're heading straight for the arena in the center of the area. Do you really have another way to get in?
Yeah?
In the distance, we see barriers formed by interwoven blue and orange lights. Instead of slowing down, Silas steps on the gas and the car is going to charge into it.
Hold on tight.
Aye, aye, Captain. As soon as we hit the barrier, the violent energy tears our vehicle apart. It goes in. It's going to be a. Okay, it's going to be turned into a heavy crunch of shrap metal. Ellis uses this as an opening. With his evil, he tears open the barrier. Your other way is getting in was crashing into it?
What? It worked, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it did. Ellis pulls me to him, my feet in one fluid movement or motion. I take a moment to steady myself before looking at our surroundings. The arena is bathed in dazzling blue and orange lights, the same ones that were part of the barrier. The spectators stand. The spectator stands are filled with floating holographic screens. A luminous path extends beneath our feet. The lead to the central area where several metallic platforms stand beneath floating crystal structures. There must be some kind of mechanism here that will let us go underground. When we approach this part of the arena, we didn't find any mechanism. However, a peculiar spot on the central platform catches my eye.
Under normal circumstances, the gold coin would be the key to go underground and meet our Lord of Charon.
But this can't be considered normal circumstances.
There's always more than one way to beat a game. Besides, it doesn't matter if you had the gold coin. The Zoian hunt stopped being fair a long time ago, kitten.
He taps the ground with his foot.
Listen.
I can't hear anything, but I sense fine, faint metaflux fluctuations.
Maybe we can do this.
Black red energy particles seep into the ground. A few seconds pass before the metaflux reading suddenly spikes to dangerous levels. The ground rumbles and a horizontal crack appears on this in the center area to reveal a massive feature underneath. It quickly opens its eyes and leaps. It's a wanderer. The wanderer is encased in a massive shell. It instantly reveals a powerful burst of metaflux. Does the N19 zone prepare this kind of welcome party to honor their guest from afar?
Of course not. I suspect this grand spectacle is their idea of a welcome party for honored guests from afar.
Oh, sorry. I'm not reading the right. Okay. Does the Edwin Zion prepare this kind of surprise for the Zion hunt? Who tried to mess with us this time? What do they want?
I don't care. I've had enough of this game and its endless amount of rules.
He stands at the edge of the rising platform as black-red mist spiral up from his arms. It engulfs his entire body.
Let's end this once and for all.
Okay. All right, that is the end of this stream. And it's getting pretty late for me. And I'm getting kind of sleepy. And I have a headache. And I have to go to work tomorrow. So we'll cut the stream here. We'll see each other again on Friday, where we're going to be pulling on the Once Upon a Frame banner. And we're also going to stream on Sunday morning at 7:30. Well, correction, 7 o'clock. And we'll be joined by a special guest. It's a friend of mine who I've been trying to recruit to play the game. If I actually successful in convincing him, I might have a lad's buddy IRL. If not, it's fine. But with that, it is time for me to go, my kittens. Mwah. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until we see each other next time. Bye bye.